position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Snags it quickly on the left. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And how about that start for the offense in this game? You could not ask for a better play. They come out firing, going down the field. They get a huge completion. What a way to begin this football contest.
Unloads to the wideout. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Finds his man, it's Rice. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Hester. Moving toward the end zone, ball out! No, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was... And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Lindsey. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Man, and that's That's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And the PAT makes it 7-0.
That makes the score LSU 7, Texas A&M 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The Aggies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll sneak it. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end to the air on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He turns that loose down the right side. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Texas A&M going quickly. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Got it behind the line. It's Armstrong. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Really nice Nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you breaks into the open.
And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. And the Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Toss sweep to the right. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
A lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies into the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Right on the money. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Young. Touchdown, Aggie! A great catch and run for 6. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Coming out with it, it's Watkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, this is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme. And sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough. So got to continue to play well within the conference.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up the punt. Oh, trickeration, he wants to throw. And he grabs it. Got to get to the marker. And the tackle is... but that fake worked to perfection to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
And that is such a great job by the head coach deciding to go for it there on the fake punt. And that's one of those fake punts that they've probably had in their playbook now for several.
Turning it on! Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Tigers are flying down the field.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Lewis to throw. Takes a hit as he fires.
Yeah, you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Got it. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. They're trailing by 10 to Pittsburgh. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Touch pass on the run. And some room to work. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Using the quick game. At the 40, there he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And this full vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
Motion from the back. Find some fresh air. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Will took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Texas A&M.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Young. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies. Extra point here will tie the game.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll go to the ground. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. LSU quick to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lewis wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught behind the line. It's Hester. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The 12th man, one and standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. gonna run it. It's Young. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Lewis to throw. With the catch, it's Watkins. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field.
Headed to the end zone. He now has 53 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. Touchdown, Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Young. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the snap, it's Young. And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the Wildcat.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think that if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got him downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Off play action. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
Wants to throw on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's the handoff. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his big tight end. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. The Aggies want to move quickly. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Direct snap. It's Young. Just hammering it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So much for playing field position. It's just a one-score game here in the third, and they're lining up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Makes the catch. It's Hester. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Lewis wants to pass. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Makes a connection. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you...
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat.
He uncorks one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Complete to the left. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They just keep firing. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Texas A&M going up tempo.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. This time they'll go to the running game. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab, it's Young. Oh, out of space. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand-new game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Pittsburgh. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Safe completion on the screen. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Texas A&M going quickly. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Now they'll run the draw. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Caught near the sticks. It's Norman. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They'll go to the air. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. On the run, it's Tester. There he goes. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Lewis to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggies.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Brings it down on the right side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Lewis wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? This defense will try to keep everything in front. Pocket breaking down. Got his man downfield. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Just keeps swinging it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 40. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield on 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I think out routes are solely about timing, because that wide receiver is going to get to a point and break it off straight to the sidelines, and you can just tell he put too much mustard on it and just led him a little bit too far.
Looking for a crease. It's Young. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give out of the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown LSU! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Here's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. He's open on the right. Tackled there by the defense. Texas A&M going up tempo. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
in search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Quickly complete. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now. You know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dave.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the 1st down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He wants to change this route. To the air on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't. His target, it's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a gap. It's Hester. On the move at the 30. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally. They showed that here today, dominating in all 3 phases. This is a team everybody needs to look at.
The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Trying play action. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws. Thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He may keep that rush honest after completing a pass earlier. Punt is on its way. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have yards to go in front of them. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Off play action on first down. He wants a big play here late. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over. An absolutely heartbreaking loss. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do.